All right. So I thought we'd do a quick little live here. Uh, kind of check out the SCX10 here on the crawler course. Um, have a couple other um, things here. Like this is my new um, ECX Barrage 124th. Just kind of did some paint work and stuff on it. It was kind of nasty when I got it. Um, Upgrading the motor inside right now. The one that it came with was pretty weak. And of course, we have our 3D printed truck, which we now have shortened the wheelbase on, and it should be performing much better. So we'll start off with the SCX24. And what I'm going to do, I'll start him over here just to kind of show you about what we're playing around with here. All right, so the idea is to go up and over and around, and then up and over, down, around, and through this little tunnel. So you'll see what I mean. Besides my not so good skills, the truck itself performs really well. So here we go. Hold on a minute. Maybe I didn't charge my battery. Hmm. Wow. Let's see. We got some flashing lights. Oh, that's new. Might have to start with the other one after all. Let's see if it's a battery issue. Okay. Hmm. Well, this might be shorter than what I thought. I was actually just going to do a really short live stream, but I have to look up what the code means there. So let me see if I got another battery to kind of test this out with. All right, so I have this one here, but it's got a different connector on it. So we'll just run with the 3D printed truck here. And like I said, it'll be a little shorter than what I thought, but just kind of wanted to show you how these things run on this course. I know I had some videos and stuff on it here, but it's wanted to show you like in real time, how they perform, because I think they perform really well. So give me just a minute here. I'm fitting the battery, and then we'll get going on the rest of it. All right. So, remote on, and truck on. Okay. All right, we're good to go. So let's check out this guy here. It does a pretty good job, but it doesn't have the better tire either. So we'll just kind of see what we can do with it. And again, this truck is pretty much mostly 3D printed. I can't say it's all 3D printed. I had to buy some parts. But for never doing this before, it turned out great. All right, so that was pretty much the hardest part. You get up here, and obviously you got to get it turned around and all that. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but once you learn the course, it's not too terribly bad. And that's on jerky. You know. I got these popsicle sticks that just kind of emulate a broken bridge. Kind of stuff. It kind of works. All right, now we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna try to go up a little bit anyway. You get positioned just right, you know, you do pretty good on this. But when we're on moving, we'll fall to the side. Which is, you know, obviously the challenge of it. I'm moving out to that side, so there's that. You can get hung up like I just did there. If I can pull it out of this one. There we go. Now again, down here at the bottom, got to kind of wiggle around here because, you know, it's still had a little bit longer than the wheelbase on the SCX24. But as you can see, it performs pretty well. You know, as long as I don't get any bad drag anymore on here, which hopefully you don't see any of it, but it could happen. Yeah, there we go. Crack bad driving. 101. I know you can't hardly see it over there. Can't really. I can lift the camera just a little bit. I mean, not really. This is usually when you get stuck with this truck because it's so long. You got to kind of wiggle back and forth. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. So I'm going to kind of move the camera just a little bit here so you can kind of see if I can get it positioned where I want it at here. Sorry for all the movement here, guys. Alright, get this thing down a little bit. Bring him over. You should be able to see something popping out here. Watch it. There he is. As you can see, it didn't take too terribly long to do it. One thing I did want to show you was, okay, look at the wheelbase of this guy here, right? This is the 3D printed one. This is the ECX Barrage 124. The wheelbase on this guy is a whole lot less. And we're probably talking about an inch or more. So that one would be really good on this course. This one does do really well, but I think my battery didn't charge even though I put it on the charger. As you can see, the wheelbase are pretty similar. Put the camera down here a little more. So when I built this, I built it off of the SCX24 platform. So it's pretty similar to, as far as look, size, everything else of this one here. So I wanted to show you. This has a nice hinge system, which I really like. This one here is kind of like a trail type truck setup. Turn it off here real quick. And this is how you access the receiver and stuff. And no, it's not a perfect system. I have magnets and stuff to go in there, but I'm still kind of testing a few things. So you have an upgraded Emax servo here, which a lot of people use these AS1s, which is kind of the stock one here, and the Axial, which it works fine, but this one here gives a little more torque. I'm not sure if it's any more or less on the grams or whatever on the torque factor, but this one seems to do a little bit better because I actually bought one of these for this truck and it didn't perform very well at all. But in the front here, you'll notice that I have the same exact steering links on both trucks. So I got the same setup, same axles, a lot of the same tech parts here. Now, the panels, all that stuff, that's all 3D printed, but there are some pieces on here like links and the transmission, things like that. I tried to do 3D printed with them, but none of that stuff was really working out. So this is kind of where I ended up. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And as you can see, these tires here, these are the Thornbirds. I really like these Thornbird tires. I like to use them on this SCX24 because it makes it an absolute animal on this course. So even though it's got almost the same length of wheelbase as this truck does, it walks on this. I mean, it can do it in like a little over a minute. This truck, the best time I've had on it, I think is maybe 2 minutes, something like that. And again, that's pretty respectable or whatever. So, for something that's been 3D printed, and I used to have a lot longer wheelbase on here. I've actually shortened it by almost an entire inch, and that helped it out a ton. So, I've still got a lot more to do to it, but there's a light kit I'm going to be putting on the top of here. I do like the lights on the 24, so I'm going to be matching that up. And I'm also going to be coming up with some sort of a light system for this one as well, but I want to see how it performs before I go too crazy. It's still got stock shocks and all that stuff on there as well, but as you can see, the link setup is quite a bit different than the other two. And what I mean by that is like there's bent links and stuff here, but there's not here. These are all straight. So I'm kind of curious to see how they perform. They look really well. So once I get my motor in, we'll check it out. This is the, let me find it here, the remote for that one. As you can see, it's a little bit of an older remote, but it works just fine. Batteries in the bottom, blah, 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 all that jazz. I'm not trying to do a review on it or any of that stuff. But the differences on these trucks are pretty much night and day. Here are some other tires. I did a tire comparison a while back. These are the ones that came stock on the ECX24, the Barrage 24. And these are the cheapo ones that I got that look a lot like the ones for the 24, and they're a little bit bigger. But I wanted to stick with these for one major reason. I've already done one upgrade on here that you guys don't know about. I don't know if you can see that in there, but there's a wheel weights, and I only put them in the front because this truck here needs a little bit of help in the front for the weight. And so far, it's doing a great job on it. It really has improved the performance, climbing ability. The thing I really want to improve on now would be like the steering and maybe get some of the other like mechanics features and stuff like that figured out on the truck. Kind of make it match a little bit better. Like over here, everything's pretty well thought out and works really well. So I want to kind of use this as a mock to upgrade this, and then in the meantime, I'm coming up with ideas that I want to do to this truck to bring it up even higher. So eventually, I'm going to do a recovery system. I don't really have the course here for that, but maybe something else later. So that is kind of all I wanted to show here. As you can see, all these trucks have different tires on them right now. I was going for different tractions to kind of see how they compare and how well they perform. So the only other thing I want to do here is you've seen how the 3D truck crawls on these tires. I'm going to swap out the Thornbirds so I can show you how well they do with Thornbirds real quick. I found my tools here. So, all right. So, I'm just going to go ahead and take off the front one here. The railway should stay. Take off the front here. I'm going to do this one off camera. There's not really much room over there. You know what? I didn't even check and see if these would fit, so hopefully they do. I'm going to see. There we go. I'm really anxious to see how they perform, especially with the weights. So, yes, what you see in the background here is a 3D printer. I actually sell airsoft parts and things like that, and I had a new order come in, so I figured I'd go ahead and take care of that real quick instead of waiting, but didn't realize it'd be so noisy, so I apologize. That's my bad for not really thinking far ahead. Yeah, I'm notorious for dropping things. I don't know if that happens to you guys a lot, but every time I do anything, I'm dropping something. It gets annoying after a while, but you also get used to it, I guess. At least for me, because I do a lot of building and rebuilding and tearing down and redoing, and I don't like this or I want to try that, so kind of take things off and on a lot. I'm just going to take both of these off on this one. So kind of try to get it done real quick. I have a lot of dead air here waiting on me. That's the problem I have with a lot of my build videos. I don't have the patience to kind of just, show people what's going on. I think I do an okay job at it, but it gets on my nerves after a while when I have a lot of time that's just kind of for this or that, or to take something off or whatever. It drives me nuts. So that's my own little quirk, I guess. So I'm trying to get better at that, because I know some people actually need help. They might find something I'm doing kind of important. So it's always nice to have that visual. And sometimes I do a really good job explaining it, I think, but other times I just get a little aggravated, and it is what it is. So hopefully this last one here don't give me a fit. I feel like it's trying to. There we go. Got it. Never mind. All right. So let's get these on, and then I'll show you how these tires work. These tires are just great. I mean, I don't really have anything bad at all to say about them. I really don't. I know Matt from 2FM RC. I'm probably butchering the name. I apologize, Matt. He was showing me some of these. Well, he had a video on it, I guess you would say. Some of these tires that they got from RC 4-wheel drive, and he was talking about some of the other ones he had, and the Thornburg just kind of stuck out to me, and I'm like, you know what, I want to try those. All right, let's get this one out of the way. All right, same thing. We'll start right here. And I probably won't go through the whole course. I just want to show you a couple things. Everything on. All right. So let's see. So usually I have to kind of catch over here to kind of turn myself around. Watch how different this is. So I can go over. I guess it's about the same. But the tires are smaller. So when it comes to things like that, you're going to catch yourself into the holes where you don't normally. And I've already got myself caught there. See on the end here. So that's a downside. Now, if I go the same line that I usually do, I'll show you. See how it kind of turns around. I originally designed this rock to be the turnaround, because I was kind of thinking about that from the beginning, but it didn't really work out that way. That one actually just flipped me off the track half the time. I think this pattern might be weak too, actually. And see, this thing gets caught on places that the other ones do not because of the clearance. So that's why I wanted to keep it on the 3D truck, the bigger tires, but I really like the traction on this. And this is another thing I'll say here. So watch if it tries to come up the side over here, and you'll see how it can grab a lot better. Okay, so before, oops, my bad. I didn't realize I had you down too far. Okay, so before, if you remember, at the very beginning here, when I first came up here, this part took a while to kind of turn them around. I'm already kind of somewhat in position. Now this is the part that will flip you usually, so you just got to be careful. Like that right there, kind of getting close. Bump it a little here and there. And just when you get to a point where you can kind of, you have to get straight a little bit as well as turn. There you go. You can see how much of a tighter turning radius it has with these tires. I was hitting over here before, One thing is, like right here, all this stuff here, it gives me a little bit of a catch here because I don't have the same clearance. Now, if I were to go down on the other side, you wouldn't really see a whole lot of difference over here because it's just basically a ramp coming down. Down over there, same kind of situation, but right down here, you will. Um, can't really get a good angle on this. I don't want to show too much of that here, but um, there's a bunch of different configurations that you can do on these little trucks, and I'm really enjoying this. And as you can see, it's pretty much a full-size crawler, just miniaturized. Um, Everything's there. You got all your links, you got your drive shafts, you even got your little mini wheel hexes, and everything. Um, it's kind of neat to mess with, really. I mean, you got your motor right here. These come stock with I think they're an 88 turn, and this course here, it took me every bit of a couple of days to do a little bit of paint and stuff on it. As you can see, it doesn't look the best. I don't care. Um, it's functional. It's something to play with, and I've got plenty of other pieces and things that I can add into it. Like for example, we did some hill climbs and stuff a while back with pieces of cardboard. These are the corner pieces of my TV or whatever. I just saved a couple of them. They work great for doing a little crawling, incline kind of things. I thought about doing something over here and maybe adding another level or something. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I wanted to do a quick little video, kind of show what all I had here and how they perform. I guess it was kind of a little bit of a fail because I really wanted to show this truck too, but I don't know, something's wrong with the battery here, so I'll have to take a look at that. I do have some new ones coming in, but they're not here yet. So anytime you buy anything used, which this was bought used, that was bought used, I always go over everything because you never know what kind of batteries you're getting or any of that jazz. So yeah, I just got to wait on parts. But this guy here, pretty fun to play with. I really like these tires on it, and I know they're cheap looking and everything else, but they're a 4-bolt beadlock. And I've got the foams that originally came in the Thornbirds because I took the foams out. I don't like the foams in the Thornbirds. I think I make them too tight, too stiff. They work really well inside here. The only problem is I can't fit my weights. I can't fit the tire on with the weights on these here. So I had to switch over to these tires. As you can see, the inside is a little different here. I got a lot more room to mess around with. So, it's a trial and error. Like I said, I'd like to use the other ones, but it is what it is. So there you go. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end the live stream now. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And you got any questions, suggestions, things you want to see, whatever, just kind of stay tuned because I plan on doing a lot with these here. And I don't do a lot of live streams. I don't know if I really like the live streams or not, but I figured I'd give them a shot. So there you go. I don't really want to go wrenching live stream because it just seems like a lot of boring space to me. So I don't know. We'll give it a shot again, see how things go. But in the meantime, this is what I've got planned to do every once in a great while. I'll hop on here or something like this to kind of see how it works and play around with it a little bit, see if things starts building from there. So if you guys have any ideas or things that you think would work better or things you want to see, just post a comment on this video and we can go from there. So till the next one, guys, thanks. Crack out.